Hello my dudes, dudettes, and everything in between. Welcome back to Clive Games. And today we are once again going to be continuing on with our Let's Play of Final Fantasy XIV. We're going to work on the main story a little bit, but I do plan on unlocking and doing the next dungeon in this episode, I'm hoping. But let's get going. If you don't remember where we are in the story right now, we just got back from talking with Raban about an Imperial spy in his immortal flames, and then Alphino told us that one of our Crystal Braves got it's a little loud. There we go. Crystal Braves got captured. So now we're off to save them. You would aid us in the rescue mission? We are in your debt, Warrior of Light. Now, time is against it, so allow me to brief you on the situation. The Garleans fell upon us without warning, wounding poor Resh and hauling her away to the castrum yonder. Outnumbered as we were, it was all we could do to flee and regroup. Even as we speak, the Garleans may be interrogating Resh, or worse. With her hurts, I fear she will not long survive their attentions. We must rescue her without delay. Our order may yet be in its infancy, but the bond that binds us is strong as mithril. None of us will stand by while a comrade suffers. We, the remnants of the Fourth, will infiltrate Castrum Sentry. Please help us find Resh before it's too late. I can do that. I need to go through it. I can just fly over it. There you are. Odd place to interrogate, but okay. There we go. Ugh, where am I? Resh, thank the gods we found you. And thank you, Warrior of Light. Now, to quit this accursed place. Resh cannot move with those wounds. She will need to be carried out. I believe a diversion is in order. Might we trouble you to provide one? Given your reputation, I suspect the Garlands will be only too happy to grant you their undivided attention. If you were to create a commotion within the castrum, we would be able to steal away unnoticed. Let us speak again once we are safely outside these walls. Very well, I can have all eyes on me. Not be too much of a bother. Okay, that's a bother. Alright, I was worried with that big thing would be a little bit of a trouble, but I still take next to no damage. I'm not using the group spread because of that guy right there, and I really don't feel like fighting him too. area is down. I'm becoming so popular in this costume. So popular. It brings a tear to the eye. And if you die, it really does bring a tear to your eye. Shit. Oh, not done. What? What sorcery is this? Oh, bring you a little bit more this way. Boom. There we go. Alright. Cool beans. Now we're done. I imagine that was a lot harder back when the max level was level 50, and anything you got too close to would automatically attack you. I imagine that was a lot tougher back then. I've awaited your return most anxiously, my friend. You have done us a great service indeed. Thanks to your aid, our comrade Resh is safe, and we suffered no further casualties. Words cannot well express my gratitude. Well, then don't use words. Use money. All that is left is to report the mission's success to Commander Levier. I shall go on ahead to the Rising Stones. Right. That wasn't too much of a out of the way thing. Oh, wrong way. This way. Ah, it does me well to see you thus return. Though I doubt not your prowess, entering an enemy stronghold is generally considered to be a risky venture. I must confess to having been a trifle anxious. But here you are, hale and whole, having succeeded in your mission, as is your wont. Lest you wonder, the woman you rescued is being cared for by the Domans. Thanks to their expert ministrations, the danger is past. You have my gratitude, Clive. Allow me to thank you also, Scion. Resh owes you her life. We escaped with minimal casualties this time, but we can ill afford to be caught off guard again. The Empire is not an opponent to be trifled with. As you say, Commander. I will see to it that the men keep their wits about them. And it may yet take time, but I will not rest until we have identified and apprehended the Ivy. I have every confidence that you will succeed, Captain. As for you, Clive, I realize you have scarce caught your breath, but I'm afraid there is no rest for the weary. I require that you accompany me to Kurthis. I have been granted an audience with the Ishgardian dignitary, you see, and the man expressly requested your presence. Oh, do not look so surprised. You should be familiar with the traipsing of fame by now. We shall depart as soon as you are ready. Yep. Completely and utterly used to it. Alrighty. Look at the healer gloves. Those aren't bad. Not my favorite, but not bad. Okay. Okay, those kind of fit for right now. I was worried they would eclipse the whole sleeve bit. An influential Ishgardian wishes to meet the Warrior of Light, and Alphino would like nothing more than to oblige him. Of course he would. We have been blessed with a rare opportunity, Clive, an audience with an ambassador of the Holy See of Ishgard. We are to treat with Sir Amric, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, in Camp Dragonhead. It is considered a great honor to serve the Holy See directly as a Temple Knight. Needless to say, their leader wields tremendous political influence. We would be wise to court his favor. For that reason, I consider your attendance essential. If Sir Emmerich wishes to meet the man behind the legend, I would not deny him the pleasure for your company. The antecedent should see the wisdom of this plan when you request her permission to accompany me to Kurthus. Mayhap you feel this to be a waste of your talents, which would doubtless be put to nobler use? If so, I should remind you that more good can be accomplished with the stroke of a pen than the thrust of a sword. Says you. I much prefer thrusting as opposed to writing. A meeting with an Ishgardi ambassador? By all means, I think it is a wonderful idea. We have received no reports of etheric disturbances or unusual beast tribe activity of late. If Alphino believes your presence may help to secure more favorable terms, I see no reason to deny him. Dang it, you were supposed to be my saving grace. And say no. Antecedent. I take it Clive has explained the situation. He has. Yet welcome though the overtures are, I cannot help but wonder what prompted them. The Ishgardians have spurned all contact with other city-states for decades. Why reach out now? Would that I knew. The question of their motives is one to which I have given no small amount of thought. Alas, I know no more than is generally known. The notoriously reclusive nation of Ishgard is situated at the center of the Abathia Spine, ruled by the Ishgardian Orthodox Church, at the head of which presides the Archbishop. Members of the original Eorzean Alliance formed in the wake of Alamigo's fall some 2 decades ago. Friends of convenience who withdrew from the alliance as soon as the Imperial fleet was routed at the Battle of Silver Tier Skies. Since which time their borders have remained closed to all outsiders. They have rejected every one of their former allies' calls to reopen dialogue, turning a deaf ear to their neighbors' pleas even when the calamity loomed large. And on the fields of Cartano, where brave men and women laid down their lives in defense of the realm, their banners were conspicuously absent. I have tried to convince Ishgard to rejoin the alliance on every opportunity. I have explained over and over again that unless Eorzea stands united, we cannot hope to preserve our freedom. One by one, our nations will fall, as once fell Alamigo. And what have mine efforts yielded? Why not? Surely this can be considered a step in the right direction. I would hope so. Rather than the lowly messengers we have been fobbed off with in the past, this time we shall meet with a man of genuine influence. Of course, I am not so naive as to think they come to us out of the goodness of their hearts. We have something they desire, and though I have yet to find out what. But such is the nature of diplomacy. They will bring their agendas to the negotiating table, and so will I, along with a handful of incontrovertible truths. The Empire will soon be at our doorstep once more. Indeed, you may be assured that I will expound upon this point and others. Let us depart for Camp Dragonhead, Clive. Our old friend Lord Harshapham is expecting us. Since our quest to recover the Enterprise, I understand you have further ingratiated yourself with the man. Excellent work. His fondness may prove useful to our cause. How dare you use that man's infatuation and crush on me to further your own agenda? Not like I don't do the same, but still. Alright, before we head off to Camp Dragonhead, let's go ahead and unlock and do the next dungeon. I think we should have enough time. Hopefully we'll get a ring that we can actually use with our healer in this one. doubt it, but you never know. There we are. Few things can match the ire of a brother riled, and how much greater the anger when there are two of them. Ah, there is an industrious ant. An adventurer in need of a bit of business, if I'm not mistaken. The ale you want is an Amazonian Sun's mineral concern. Something's kicked it over good. They put out word for adventurers. Have skill, will move fast. That sort of thing. Perfect for you, I'll warrant. The client? A bit of a handful, might aggressive, but nothing you can't handle. The twins. You'll find them at the Miners Guild. Talk to Cisaruka. He's the milder of the two. Okay. So something's got the miners up in iffy. No doubt we'll be able to handle it. Heard about our petition, have you? And you'll do as we ask, no questions asked? Great attitude. Now then, the situation's like this. Well, I did not agree to that. No, this isn't right. I'll be damned if I put our sister's fate in a stranger's hands. I'm going myself. Oh, brilliant plan, brother. Go blundering into the Sunken Temple of Qarn. The place is a death trap. What guarantees do we have that this adventurer can beat those traps? None. That's what. But you know better than any what these muscles are capable of. Actually, I've been there, and I already cleared it out. What the hell do you mean you've beaten those traps already? Wait. You're the reason Neneko's in this trouble. I'm going to end you, I swear it. Come at me, Potato. Come at me. Calm yourself, brother. This adventurer is not to blame for what happened. Besides, he's perfect for the task. Let's start again, shall we? I am Cisaruka, and this is my twin brother, Pablo Cooley. And as you have gathered, we need you to mount a rescue mission in the Sunken Temple of Qarn. After you defeated the temple's snares and traps, the place was officially open for research. The concern partnered with the Order of Nathal to fund an expedition. The research team was led by none other than Neneko, our little sister. She's the one who wrote the book on the ruins of Sildi and the research to end all other research on the place. Nobody except her was going to figure out what that Silda and Ulda were both descended from the Beladian civilization. The Sunken Temple of Qarn is the native rock. No way in seven hells was she going to not lead that expedition. But who comes bumbling in? A band of relic raiders, that's who. The greedy horse son set off a trap, and now our little sister is stuck in the sticking place. Poxy bastards, putting Neneko in danger. If they aren't Toneberry meats already, you can be sure that I'll end them myself. And that's the situation as it stands. Talk to Bubumi at the entrance to the temple, and she'll let you in. You go and get Neneko out of there in one piece, you hear? Alrighty. It's not my fault she can't take care of herself, but hey! My past dealings actually make me get even more money for going into the exact same place. I'm okay with that. Alrighty. Go this way. Go ahead and change over. I think I have enough time, I'm hoping. I might have to not do the conversation to turn it in and do that in the next episode, but I think we'll have enough time to do the actual dungeon. Welcome to the stately ruins that was, and is, the Sunken Temple of Qarn. What a relief that they actually sent someone who's been here and knows the drill. The twins? They can be a little overbearing. They'll need some of that imperiousness soon enough though, when it falls to them to run the concern. In case you didn't know, those two are the chairman's progeny, them and Miss Neneko. You will find it much changed within, thanks to those fool robbers. Take care, but not so much that you cannot make haste. Okay. honestly. But then again, this is one that does take a half minute to win. Well, alrighty. Those guys again, dear God. Alright. Sunken Temple of Qarn, here we come. Well, technically Sunken Temple of Qarn 2. Hard. Don't know what he's talking about, but okay, sure. Pretty simple, and I do enjoy this one. It is a really fun dungeon. The Gunbreaker has a really cool weapon. Now, unlike last time, you don't have to kill these faces in a very specific area. Just so long as you kill them. Oh, I thought I could get it off. But yeah, make sure you grab the crystal that drops from it. Otherwise, we won't be able to proceed. Ooh, look at that crit shield. I'm not quite sure if they actually take damage from these spikes. I know we do. I just don't know if they do. Alright. This guy is more annoying than he is difficult, in all honesty. You have to break certain parts of his body. I don't remember which ones, so I just tend to attack all of it. Once you break the correct part, he falls apart, and then we gotta kill these ads. Every now and then he'll choose a person to drop that sand ball on. As you can see, it pulses and does damage, so aka don't stand in it. And if you get that mark, make sure, yeah, you run away and place it somewhere else. That swirling sand is quicksand. The longer you stay in it, the more you sink down. If you go all the way down, you die instantaneously. So you gotta run out of it like this. Serve me! Serve me! I'm not even really doing any healing, and we're not even taking that much damage, so it's not that hard to fight. It's just more of an annoyance than anything. I don't need that. That antique stuff you can trade in to get the gear that I'm wearing now, like the main gear. Like the scholar specific gear is what I'm talking about. So like if you forever, whatever reason, want to get these pieces of gear back later on because you like the glamour or whatever, that's how you get it. You'll just have to spam some of these later level 50 dungeons and you can get them back. I think there's another way too. Alright. Kill the hand first. It grabs onto a player, and then the head will target one of those players with that line AoE. So you want to kill the hand so that the player can get away from it. It doesn't do too much damage. It's just it needs to be done. Ooh, I managed to barely get that shield out before he grabbed more. Yeah, crit shield. Alright, and someone grab the moonstone that we got from that rock face. Alright, same deal, except there's two of them now. Alright, this next mini-boss is difficult in so much the fact that you have to kill the edge really quickly, much like the Hake Manor Hard. So ads always takes precedence. Because if you don't... Oh, and try and hit whenever she starts doing 1,000 needles, the Saboteur Imperatrix, make sure you try and damage her as quickly as possible. So she doesn't actually put it off. If she puts it off, instant death. Instantaneous death. Yeah, I think she tends to lose count of her needles, which means she won't be able to put it out if you kill all the ads. Like the first time she starts it, you have to damage her enough. Oh wow, these are all antique. Well dang, nabbit. I need better gear. Hey, don't touch me. Grab the star sphere that drops from one of them. I think it's the main girl, the archer, or whoever it's killed last, maybe. This is a lot of why I like Scholar with stuff like this, where I don't even have to freaking heal all that much, because EOS just does it for me. I can focus on damaging. That's not to say I don't keep an eye on his health, it's just not exactly top priority. Now you can grab all of these together, that side and that side. I just gotta have to focus a little harder. See? Not that hard at all. He's got that, he's got that. In each room you have to go and interact with the magic pedestals, which will allow us to interact with this magic pedestal, which will open the way to the final boss of the dungeon. And we get to fight a pharaoh mummy. That's so cool. This enemy really reminds me of the Egypt area in Secret World Legends, which is kind of another game I want to play for you guys. I find it a very fun story, very bizarre story, and kind of complex, but it's a very good story. Now with this boss, you have to watch out for these tombs. Mummies come out and they go in a straight line. You do not want to get touched by the mummies. They apply a mummification debuff, I think is what it is. And if that hits 3, you turn into a mummy. So just keep an eye on the edges of the Oh, there they are. I got hit by that. That was me. Light of Anthema is a straight line attack. No. Oh, come on. I was out of that. You can't be like, oh. Alright, that is where he will focus, charge you with a... Oh, no, 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 no. Ooh, okay, we're getting a little too frisky with our health. Okay, okay, okay. That happened. Don't need. Guess I'll give that to you. Alright, but that's all the time I got for you guys today. If you want to continue on with the story and know when the next episode comes out, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. If you want to see in-game content where I play Scholar, Summoner, and other classes with their in-game abilities and with a lot better play tactics, or however you want to call it, also play other games, go check out my Twitch account. Other than that, thank you guys for coming, and hope to see y'all next time.